From his energetic personality to his wild style and unmistakable look, Frankie Muriel has personified himself as social royalty in St. Louis. For a decade and a half, he and his band Dr. Zhivegas have been selling out venues all over the country. So what makes this guy tick? And how does he keep doing it year in and year out? We sat down at his home in Dogtown to get some answers to some of these burning questions.
Well, Frankie, thanks for sitting down with us. Really appreciate it.
Appreciate you inviting me.
So, 1995, you got 4 members of the band. You guys decide to start Dr. Zhivegas. Here we are, 16 years later.
It's crazy, man.
Did you guys envision this happening?
No, I mean, Zhivegas started out of frustration in our other bands. We thought, we'll just get together, have some fun, play some jams that, nobody cares. It'll just be a good time. And then it just turned into this thing, and it blew up immediately. And it's become the biggest thing we've all done. It's just amazing.
Now, I've known of you since the late 90s, and I've always wondered, what is Dr. Zhivegas? I've heard you're a cover band, a faux heavy metal band, and my favorite one was the Spinal Tap of disco.
There you go.
So how would you describe what Dr. Zhivegas is?
I don't know, who knows what it is now. It is something different to everybody, and I think that's why it works, We're a rock band, but we play dance music, so that's confusing there. We're just a live, living, breathing jukebox. But I think because of our experience playing concerts and playing arenas and playing theaters and playing these big rooms, that we bring that energy to a club, and people weren't and still aren't used to that. But we kind of just drive it home, It's just, it's nonstop, booty shaking, 4 on the floor, bang, 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 go. And it just brings the house down every night.
Now the name. Very cool name, but everybody wonders where it came
from. It was one of the guys in the band. He was just kind of riffing on the movie Dr. Zhivago, and he was always just making kind of funny things. He was, he was a real literate guy and well-read, watched movies, and he just made a joke one day, and we just all thought it was hilarious. Again, this whole thing was supposed to be a joke that, we didn't think we'd be doing it more than a couple of months, man. And it's like, bands don't stay together 4 or 5 years for a good run. And this one's going into, 15, 16. It's crazy.
Now, it's really interesting that the name is Dr. Zhivegas, and then recently you were a headliner at the Red Rocks Casino in Vegas. Talk about how that happened.
It was self-fulfilling prophecy, man. Dr. Zhivegas in Vegas. That was the biggest joke of all. Like, it'd be hilarious if we played Vegas, man, And then we ended up there, and we're on a billboard on the highway, and we're on TV out there. And that was a trip. Word of our shows, legendary shows, traveled west, and executives came to see us, and they liked what they saw, so they made a change out there, and they brought us out there, so we gave them a little bit of it.
Now, this is the only job you've ever worked, correct?
Correct, yeah. I've always wanted to play music. I've been playing in clubs since I was 16, and I've been around the world doing this stuff, man, and there's nothing like it.
You went to Hazelwood West?
Hazelwood West, yep. Wildcats, man.
Now, were you in music there, or did you do theater?
I was like in music all day, man. I was one of those guys. I was like in stage band, jazz band, choir. Played whenever they needed something, I was there, And my teachers were really cool because I played in clubs at night. I was playing guys in the mid-20s. I'm 16, and the bass player that's with me now, we've been playing together since we were 9, man. So Cub has been with me that whole time, and we would get dropped off. And we always had a really cool teacher. They would always they'd know we were gonna be there, so they wouldn't mark us absent in the first hour. I had to pack a stack of passes for my music director, and if I ever needed them, I could use them. So it was good. It developed, got to develop our abilities and our skills.
Well, I rarely see you without sunglasses on. How many pairs do you have?
I have about 150, 200. They rotate, but I always keep the same. When I like something, I buy 3 of everything. So I always, because they go out of style or they stop making them, or the very thing you love, you wear out. So I always wear the same ones. I don't know why. I got like 4 of these that are different colors and stuff, but I like them, Dior's. So.
You got this long rock star hair that I think probably women are even jealous of. Now, when I
I'm
first
holding
saw
up,
when I first saw you, it was straight. Now it's curly. How do you judge what to do?
It's always been kind of wavy, and it was all that process. There was years in the '90s where you had to flat iron that stuff, You just
so you have a flat iron?
Oh yeah, you go. It takes forever, but you do it.
And then do you have a man bag you carry around?
Many. I was in Vegas, I was cracking up because they did a feature on what's in your bag, and it was usually for, female entertainers and stuff, so they stuck me in there. Yeah, I got a weakness for man bags, I guess.
Now, Dr. Zhivegas has kind of slowly evolved. You guys now are actually doing some of your own stuff a little bit. You produce down here in the basement.
Yeah. We're
So
getting
what do you
ready to
have
release some stuff this year. We're still working on it. We're about 5 songs into a new album. Just finished one of the second ones this week. We're sneaking them into the set a little bit, and we're getting some good response.
So what kind of sound are we going to be looking at?
It's dance pop, hard. I mean, it's what you think we would be now in 2011. You know, we've obviously evolved from the disco band that we were, and now we're just kind of a hard pop dance act. You know, it's working.
So walk me through a little bit of the prep that you go through when you go to the venue, what you do backstage before you get out there, because as you talked about, it's a high energy performance.
The coolest thing is when you get there at 8 o'clock and there's a line out the door already. You know, an hour and a half before we even go on, the place is full, and that makes you feel good. You know, you owe it to those people to, no matter what you got going on, to just bring it and just to give it to them.
Well, we're really excited for you. I know there's a big following here in St. Louis that's going to keep up
Yeah,
with you guys. So we wish you the best here in the near future. It's really good to see you.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
Take it easy, man.
All right.